Where in the hell are you? Shit's going down. We need to leave town stat.
I want my money back.
Something like that.
Bitch.
You hear back from Ashton.
Yeah. Okay. I'll head right towards you. It'd be nice if you told me where you are! You can't reply to this message.
Did you get
Do you have any more?
No. No, I do not. I used my sorcery points to get back a 3rd level so that I
I
could.
did not take that spell today.
I can use a 4th level, I think.
Yeah, you can use higher level spell slots.
I'll just waste a
You're
4th.
such a dick. You could have said where you were.
I know.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right.
Yeah.
I think the question was, where are you?
Yeah,
no,
that
you
was the
said-
question.
yeah. All right.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to send a message back to Ashton.
Oh, yeah, they'll be gone now. Okay.
Yep, that's one.
Yeah, sigh is one word.
Feels like 5.
Lasai. What?
Extended pause, another 5.
Teeth.
You know,
Yeah.
Is that you know or you know?
I'm just going to assume we're headed towards the seminary here in a bit. So that's where we'll meet you. So that's where we'll meet you, son.
Repeat it yourself.
Werther's original.
Okay.
Jimmy Schwartz. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna murder them.
4th level, okay.
I'm heading towards the seminary.
I love it.
So much magic for an okay.
Yep.
You probably don't need me in there. I'll keep an eye out and be security detail. Make sure nobody follows you. You'll be safe.
Safety. Safety.
But what happens if we have a problem?
We killed him.
Oh, that's true. I was gonna say I have mind control abilities.
People are talking.
Oh no, it's
You get a
fine.
hold of.
We were roleplaying.
I think I see here you are a harmonious Eormatan.
Harmonious?
Harmonious Eormatan. It was a very particular design of the old Arcanum City. I need to be inclusive. This is what you are. You're designed as peacekeepers and diplomatic associates.
Peacekeepers.
Yes, often used as guides and communicators throughout the ancient city.
But I was under the impression that I was constructed to be some sort of a Trojan horse, a false...
Well, if you were part of a specific part in the history, then that is possible. Considering things for a second. Now, I've heard rumors of Eormatorns emerging in recent years, but none have come through years before. This is a rare treat. The event I'm speaking of is called the Care and the Culling. Now, I've read of this event, which a number of Eormatans were altered to turn on their companions as a gift. It was largely made as political gifts from Eor to their rivals. And then all in one day, they just turned around and murdered or attempted to murder the person they were given to. So it caused a large shift in Eorian dominance during the age. If that is what you are, it will be extra special and careful.
Continues to still look through, and it feels a little strange, especially since he starts getting into kind of the deep undercore that Imahara Joe kind of stopped at. He goes,
Oh wow.
pulls his head out.
This might be a little uncomfortable. Let me know if I need to stop at any time.
No, please, I need to know.
All right.
Even if I scream, just keep going.
No, I will stop. I will stop.
please keep
No,
going.
I distinctly cannot allow myself to do that. I'm a man of, arcane medicine, I guess you could say. All right, let's get in here. And he starts,
I don't know how you
It's
still
like I
think
can
of
see them.
something new.
So good.
Is there like once you hit the center of the earth, if you keep going, it's just more more soil. There's no bottom.
And if you have the tools and capabilities,
Yes.
could I just make one quick request?
By all means.
It seems like I have this energy source within me.
Right.
It makes some heat. There's heat in there.
Yes.
I was wondering-
It builds up the energy backup and it can create.
I was wondering if you could just make some sort of like an opening and an access point, not to get to the energy source, but a safe sort of compartment, small, but it could harness and access that heat and possibly over time bake things.
Oh.
An easy bake oven.
I had not considered this. This is. Yes, that would not be a difficult thing to do whatsoever.
Just like a 40-watt light bulb, just cooking something for like 8 hours that's this big.
Let's give it a shot.
All right.
Pulls you back up and pulls out the tools. And
It
Why
won't
did I
take too
think
long.
you were gonna ask for like some sort of
Teledildonic device?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
that would
what I
be,
thought
that
it
would be on brand.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
that is a phrase. It's a term I've never heard.
Teledildonic
I have
device?
not, but now like
A teledildonic
no, I get
device
it.
for those who...
I figured it out.
I need to know what it is.
It's a dildo that you control over the internet.
Oh, that's great. like with Bluetooth?
Yeah, Bluetooth.
I guess you could do Bluetooth. I haven't. I've only done the old-fashioned kind.
Oh, okay.
Wi-Fi.
3G.
Yeah.
Edge.
They sell packages with the game res on eBay. Anyway. It sure enough seems eager for the alteration and has the tools to do so, and it won't take too long. Oh my god, stop it! Stop it!
Letters are starting to rain.
Alta locks on the door.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
The door closed on its own, or
No,
opened?
The door was
just
closed. Alta
unlocked
locks.
on its own.
They opened.
Open on the other
And she goes,
I'm gonna stand.
It moves
there,
some pages.
Get to the door.
The door.
Just cover the door.
open.
You're standing
Oh,
against.
shit.
Wait, you're standing against
I'm
the door.
just standing in the doorway to try to just distract and be big and fluffy.
Okay.
We're trying a new cookie
So you stand in
recipe.
the doorway and you flex and you turn, and standing there in the doorway you see an older-looking elven man
No!
with long white silver hair,
No!
long blue, gold, silver robes,
Hello.
jewelry. Oh, hello.
Hi. What are you? I'm sorry, we're just in the middle of something.
That's all right. I'm here to speak with the professor, if you don't mind.
Can you just wait like 5 minutes?
No. And that's where we're going to take a break. And as Fearne tried to play interference, an older elvish fellow with long silver hair and blue robes and a very stern expression just looks at you with a smile and says, no.
No, what? I'm so sorry. You just walked in here rudely.
I'm not interested. Step aside.
Can I see him from where I'm sitting, just for my reference? When the door's open, would I have,
I'd say you can look back and see, yes.
and I would recognize him instantly from seeing him in the memories of.
In the memories and the descriptions, you have a very, very strong idea this is the same individual.
Okay.
He begins to step in your direction.
Whoa. We're having a girls' tea. What's going on? Why
Make
did
a
you
wisdom
just come in
saving
here?
throw.
Oh, it is already happening.
You better roll. You better roll.
Roll.
Like your Fey life depends on it.
What am I rolling?
This is how
Charisma?
you,
No.
this is how it
Wisdom
happens.
saving
This is how it goes,
He's trying to
Johnson. I hope
get
you
in
got a
your
backup ready.
head.
In Sumal's head, she's gonna hear, if you have any tricks up your sleeve, now's the time to do it, because this guy's powerful.
I have advantage on magical effects and spells and things like
You
that?
do.
Okay.
What was it?
Oh, clearly.
He's in your head.
Oh, that's really good.
Dollar.
Okay.
Left.
26.
Whoa.
26.
Oh.
He just kind of gives you a look and runs his fingers, and you feel this kind of influence try and pierce your mind, and your Fey ancestry manages to shrug off the effect. Ooh. And you watch as he goes,
I'll wave back.
Hello.
We are not the ones you're looking for.
he smiles and kind of chuckles. Amusing.
What's your name? What's your name? Don't walk in here without telling me your name.
I'm Martinet Luidinus Arrives of the Cerberus Assembly of the Dwendalian Empire in Wide
One more
Mount.
time, because that's so long.
I don't have time for this.
Luidinus?
He looks past and begins to walk past you, just like entering the chamber behind you. You have ignored assembly requests for meeting for weeks now, and we are working on a short timetable.
I'm gonna
A
bamf out.
personal visit seemed the most productive measure.
I'm gonna bamf out, mister.
Okay.
Walking with a gun.
The door slams behind him without him touching it, and it locks.
The arcane lock that shit.
You're gonna hear in your head, this guy's bad news, like real bad news. Bad guy, this is bad guy.
The professor goes, and like, hears in your head and like looks at you and has no response. Is like in this kind of like shocked reaction, like suddenly confronted with the nightmare she's been avoiding for a very long time. Looks back. And he just kind of continues. I believe you know why I'm here. I now know who you are and with whom you ally. She was right. You do look just like your mother. I'm sorry, I'm being terribly rude. I've introduced myself to you, but not to you. I'm Luidinus Arrives, the Martinet of the Cerberus Assembly. It is genuinely a pleasure to meet you. I've heard of your prowess.
A pleasure.
And you...
And me.
Not quite an exitant, but definitely of the Red Moon. Fortuitous.
Well, is it time? Is it time that we were going?
We should
I don't know,
probably
we
head
had a
out.
thing.
We should probably be heading out. But it's just been so great meeting you. You know, we've heard really good things.
Very good things.
He turns to leave. Steps to the door. Moves his finger. Steps to the threshold. Turns around. We are the seeds they plant and till and water. They struggle in the maze they shaped. Then when we expire, they return to their private gardens to be harvested and feed their power and dominance. Because they told us there is no alternative. This is how it is, and we must thank them for it. We may be their creations, but all children outgrow their parents. And they came to fear our development, our potential, the matron, the age of Arcanum, the growing will of the mortal mind. The divergence, it wasn't to protect us. It was to protect them from us. And he steps out of the room and the door closes. Cuddle up, it's gonna be a ride.
Holy shit, we're going off world.
Guys, this is gonna be so fun.
Hope I don't kill you.
She goes and places the rod between her hands, and she begins to trace
What?
up in the air around her, begins to carve this circle in the air, and as she does, you watch as the air kind of divides and splits, almost like she's a knife through silk. And you watch as the silk begins to fall forward. There is this kind of spiral, this tunnel of energy And as she carves around this large circle, as the rest of this kind of silk of reality falls forward, leaving this opening to this kind of constantly swirling, endless tunnel, she walks around it and goes, "We'll get in," and pushes you all into it. You all immediately being pulled through, kind of free-falling, grabbing onto each other before you all land out the opposite side into this kind of soft, spongy ground. Dark lit. The space around you is unfamiliar and disorienting. You're not entirely certain for a few moments what's up, what's down, before you all come to stop and kind of rest.
That was amazing.
Are we here?
Welcome.
You now see yourself in a creepy, magical marshland of stacking, gnarled trees that twist in odd directions to form a large web-like ceiling of corkscrew branches and trunks in all directions for hundreds of feet. You don't even see a canopy of leaves. It's just a lattice work of trees that twist around each other and bend, leaving just little gaps and just a hint of this kind of pinkish purple skylight that occasionally peeks through.
Fearne, is this your vibe?
It is absolutely my vibe.
Okay.
And welcome to my home.
Amongst all this large web-like structure of branches, you can see there's like a vibrant blue and green moss that blots out chunks of the multicolored bark that surrounds this, kind of giving its own kind of ever undulating glow in the space. These massive like ferns and bushes that gather on the base of these trees, and the floor that you stand on where you landed is this like very thick spongy moss that as you kind of press it with your arms, you can feel kind of the moisture, like you're at the very top of a very shallow bog or swamp. They kind of you hear the ever-present sound of deep calling toads. Mysterious gibbering fauna echoing through the wilds.
With Hunter's Bane, and is it just like
Everywhere. This is the I've seen infinity moment for a blood hunter who's only encountered a handful of Fey in their time.
Okay.
Does anyone else feel like they may have taken too much?
More of the staircases and rope bridges you can see begin to splinter off from here and lead higher and higher up to the tree. Oh, Fearne. How we have missed you.
I've missed you so bad! I run over and I just leap into her arms.
You see her leap into this shape, this shadowed shape on the opposite side of this area that kind of like grabs her for a second, then sets her down.
What's the size comparison?
The shoulders of this sit at about 8 or so feet, 7, 8 feet.
So higher than Fearne.
The shoulders are wide. In fact, the torso, from what you can tell, is like a barrel, like a massive 7-foot barrel. It's a curious, monstrous body that, after setting her down, kind of shifts in your direction, begins to step further into the light, one arm kind of corralling her as you pull it towards them. It's swathed in a large, patterned, blue-green robe-like dress that's comprised of patches and rope and wayward branches and hanging trinkets, all just kind of wound together to create this unique texture around this body. You cannot see feet from beneath the robes, but can hear them hit the ground like a dropped sack of full flour with each step.
Does it sound like just 2 feet?
Sounds like 2 feet.
Okay.
Just big ones. Now, the wide shoulders themselves are thin. They come out like pointed skeletal shoulders. The sleeves extending these long, thin arms. You see around the top of the dress, from where these shoulders are, they're obscured by a bunch of dark linen and chiffon that creates like a mantle around it. And from within that mantle, you watch emerge a head and a stretching, craning neck. Craning like a giraffe.
What the fuck?
Wreathed in long, tangled white hair, like a horse's mane, that travels down the whole length of it as it extends about 2.5, 3 feet from the shoulders. At the end of it, you see a wrinkled, old woman's face with a pair of noseless nostril holes, a terrifying wide smile of jagged teeth. Her dark, eyeless sockets each hold a sunken, golden glow. And as the body steps forward, cradling Fearne, the full thing at standing height would be close to 10 feet or so, with if the head were to stand up straight. The proportions, colloquially, are very similar to E.T., to be honest.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that got weird.
Interesting.
As she steps forward. Fearne, with your friends, like a cocktail.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes,
Please.
yes. Let's get some cocktails. Let's put some music on. I'm sorry we came in unannounced, but guys, this is my Nana Maury.
Wonderful to meet
Pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
Welcome, welcome. We have guests. You hear a voice say, welcome, this world.
Oh, does she have a partner, or
No, that's her.
that's also her?
More of an echo.
Okay.
Show 'em, Grandma.
She pulls open the front of the dress, and you see the barrel torso, a massive pair of sunken eyes, and a second mouth that stretches across the entirety of the belly, that curls into a smile.
Hi.
She kind of pats it with the larger arms. We haven't had guests in a while. We're excited. Come, let me show you to my tiki bar.